Chosen one, if your spirit has led you here, then listen closely. This message is not for the casual listener, not for those who follow the world, not for the ones whose hearts have turned away from the divine path. Only the true chosen of God should continue to watch. If you are not walking in the light, if you do not honor the Most High, turn away now. Because what I am about to reveal will speak directly to your soul, and only those who have endured spiritual battle will understand its meaning. You did not stumble upon this video. This message sought you out. Heaven placed it in your path at the exact moment you were meant to receive it. Your journey has been long, and many have underestimated you. But here, chosen one, you will understand why your strength is the karma they never expected. Before we continue, comment 333 in the comment section right now. Let me see who the true chosen are. Speak your truth below, because your testimony empowers others walking this divine path. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, tap the bell icon so you never miss a message meant for your elevation, and share this with those who walk the same sacred journey. Stay with me until the end, because what I share today will shift the way you see yourself and the way the world will see you from this moment forward.
Dear chosen one, are you walking the path of God but feeling a lack of guidance? Do you feel alone and isolated and want to know why God is doing this to you? We have built a community for the 144,000 chosen ones, where you can watch our premium videos, get daily newsletters and prayer techniques to connect with God more deeply. You can also read blog posts and receive free ebooks to learn more about your journey. It will be your guide to walk the path of God and lead a life of faith and wisdom. More than 1,000 brothers and sisters have already joined, so don't miss out on today's daily guidance. Check out the link in the video description and join the 144,000 Chosen One community right now.
The nature of the chosen and their unexpected strength. Chosen one, understand this clearly. Your identity is not a product of your birth circumstances, nor something given by society. It is bestowed through divine appointment. There is a distinction between those who merely live and those who are chosen to carry light through a dark and stubborn world. The chosen are not just spiritually aware, they are spiritually targeted, spiritually trained, and spiritually elevated. Their hearts are molded in the fire of adversity, and their visions sharpened in the silence of isolation. Many people know the name of God, but only a few walk with the hand of God upon their lives. You are among those few, and this is why your journey has never been easy. The chosen one is not selected because of perfection, glory, or comfort. They are chosen because they cannot be broken in the ways ordinary people can be. They endure what others collapse under. They survive betrayals that would destroy another person mentally and spiritually. They walk through pain with dignity, even when they are trembling inside. Their enemies see only the outer form, but God sees the soul strengthened by every hardship. The chosen one's path is full of valleys, storms, and nights that seem endless. But those storms are not meant to drown them. They are meant to teach them how to walk on water, how to command waves, and how to remain unshaken when the winds howl. People often misunderstand the chosen because their power is subtle. It is not noise. It is not ego. It is not drama. Their strength is internal. When others expect them to break, they observe them rising instead. When someone tries to embarrass them, they respond with grace. When someone attempts to sabotage them, they succeed even more. This confuses people. They cannot comprehend why chaos never consumes the chosen one. They cannot fathom why every attempt to harm them seems to backfire. They assume the chosen are weak because they do not retaliate instantly. They think silence means defeat. They mistake patience for passivity. They believe humility is submission. They believe compassion is naivety. What they do not realize is that the chosen one's restraint is a command from within, a whisper from heaven telling them, "Do not fight with the tools of this world. Your strength is spiritual." True chosen ones do not operate with the energy of vengeance. They do not allow themselves to be dragged into worldly battles. They have been trained by God to use patience as armor. Every insult, every rejection, every betrayal becomes a sharpening stone. The chosen do not run from difficulty. They embrace it with quiet endurance. They understand that every valley shapes their character. Every misunderstanding deepens their wisdom. Every attack reminds them of their mission. Even when they feel abandoned, heaven is preparing something behind the veil. Even when they are slandered, their name is being whispered in higher realms. God never trains his chosen through comfort. He trains them through experiences that stretch their soul and force them to develop spiritual muscles. You have noticed this in your own life. How many times have you felt unseen, unheard, and underestimated? How many times have you done nothing wrong, yet found yourself attacked or judged? How many times have people you trusted turned into lessons? You may have asked yourself, why me? Why does this keep happening? Why am I the target? But chosen one, the question was never, why me? The real question was, why not me? Because you are being prepared for tasks others could not survive. You are being crafted into someone who can carry destiny, someone who can influence lives, someone who can stand when everyone else collapses. Your strength is forged from circumstances designed to awaken your true power. Do you know why people resent the chosen? It is because their strength is quiet. They walk into a room and they do not cry for attention. They do not cling to popularity. They do not need validation. Yet their presence shifts the atmosphere. People can sense their sincerity. Their eyes reflect something ancient, something wise, something beyond the material world. The chosen one carries a spiritual authority without having to speak loudly. They have a dignity that cannot be purchased. They radiate an energy that cannot be faked. Their soul remembers who they are even when their mind tries to forget. This unsettles those who live in illusions. It unsettles those who live by manipulation. It unsettles those who live by jealousy. Those people cannot defeat you, so they attempt to discredit you. They cannot stop your blessings, so they try to weaken your spirit. They cannot extinguish your light, so they throw shadows on your path. This is why the chosen ones experience spiritual attacks disguised as personal conflicts. The enemy does not waste soldiers on those who pose no threat. You have been tested many times, not because you are weak, but because your spirit terrifies darkness. You have the ability to heal without effort, inspire without trying, and uplift without seeking recognition. Those who plot against you do not understand that their cruelty only multiplies your blessings. Your heart grows deeper, your intuition sharper, your resilience stronger. The chosen do not ascend in straight lines. Their growth is hidden, slow, and often painful. They mature in silence, while others laugh at them. But when the season changes, when God reveals them, the same people who mocked them stare in disbelief. This is where the unexpected strength lies. They think your strength is in your words, your body, your achievements. They think it is something they can measure or defeat. But they do not see the spiritual part of you. They do not see that your prayers move mountains. They do not see that your tears water your blessings. They do not see that every hardship you endure becomes another layer of armor. They do not realize that God Himself has invested in your purpose. When you walk away from conflict, they think you are retreating, but heaven is repositioning you. When you remain calm, they think you are scared, but your spirit is observing their intentions. When you choose peace, they think you are weak, but your silence summons divine intervention. Chosen one, you must understand that your strength is not worldly. It is prophetic. It is born from every night you cried quietly into your pillow. It is shaped from every moment you wanted to give up, yet refused. It is preserved by every time you forgave someone who did not deserve it. God's chosen are unbreakable in ways the world cannot understand. Their bodies may tire, their minds may struggle, but their spirits never surrender. Their purpose is anchored in heaven, and their assignment is written long before they entered this world. People may betray them, but destiny will not. People may abandon them, but God will not. Your strength is the result of survival, transformation, and divine protection. Your enemies never expected this, because they never saw the hand of God on your life. You were not sent to blend in. You were sent to stand out, to reveal what divine resilience looks like, and to show that no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. Why their enemies never expect this karma? Chosen one, listen carefully. Your enemies never expected the karma you carry because they never understood who you truly are. They judged you by what they could physically see, not by what heaven designed you to be. When people look at a chosen one, they often see a quiet person, someone who minds their own business, someone who forgives easily, someone who avoids conflict. To them, you appear soft, you appear harmless, you appear vulnerable. They assume you are powerless because you do not scream, you do not attack, you do not obsess over revenge. But what they overlook is that the chosen ones do not use earthly weapons. You are armed with the divine. Your strength is invisible to those who lack spiritual vision. Enemies always underestimate the chosen because they mistake your humility for weakness. They take advantage of your kindness and believe they have outsmarted you. They gossip about you, betray you, exploit your compassion, and assume there will be no consequences. Why? Because they judge you based on their limited experience. They project their own small understanding of power onto you. They think power means manipulation, aggression, influence, or intimidation. They think those who are strong are loud, dominant, forceful. They think strength is the ability to control others. They believe that if you do not fight back, you are lost. What they do not understand is that true power is stillness. True power is restraint. True power is letting God fight battles that flesh is too small to win. This is why your enemies become bold in their attacks. They do not see the forces moving on your behalf. They do not see the spiritual armor you wear. They do not see the angels that surround you. They do not know that every tear you cry is recorded, every injustice you endure is calculated, every betrayal you experience is documented by the divine. You remain silent because you know God is watching. You do not fight because you know heaven's judgments are heavier than anything you could do. The chosen do not beg for karma. They live in such alignment that karma simply arrives on its own. Your enemies never expected it because they thought your silence meant defeat. They thought your forgiveness meant they had escaped accountability. They thought your disappearance meant they had won. But chosen one, karma begins when you detach. When you walk away, the spiritual transaction begins. Your enemies always assume that because you do not retaliate immediately, nothing will happen. They fail to realize that karmic consequences do not rush. They are patient. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect season, the perfect alignment. God never punishes quickly. He allows people time to reveal their true intentions. He allows them to dig their own spiritual graves. He allows their ego to grow so that when the fall comes, it will be deep and undeniable. This is why you often see enemies looking confident at first. They spread lies, they laugh at you, they celebrate their cruelty. They tell others, "See, nothing happened. They are weak." But chosen one, karma is not thunder. It is the shifting of destiny itself. It does not strike impulsively. It arrives quietly, and when it does, nothing can stop it. Many people make the mistake of thinking that karma is punishment, but the chosen understand that karma is correction. It is balance. It is divine law restoring what was taken, returning what was stolen, and exposing what was hidden. Your enemies thought they could sabotage you without consequence because the consequences were not immediate. They thought they could exploit your light and walk away untouched because your calmness confused them. They thought they could betray you and still prosper because they misunderstood your spiritual rank. When they attacked you, they thought they were harming a person. They did not know they were attacking a mission. When they tried to break your spirit, they thought they were dealing with flesh. They did not know you were being shielded by a covenant. This is why karma terrifies them when it finally returns. It does not come in small inconveniences. It does not arrive as a random coincidence. It comes as a mirror to their own intentions. The energy they directed toward you, the lies they told about you, the envy they buried in their heart, the harm they wished upon you, all return with precision. The universe does not forget. God does not forget. You may forgive, you may move on, you may even bless them despite their cruelty, but divine justice does not disappear, because chosen ones do not carry revenge. They carry alignment, and alignment activates the law of return. The chosen one's karma confuses enemies because it does not show up as anger or retaliation. It shows up as elevation. Their attempts to hurt you become the fuel for your growth. Their rejection pushes you toward people who appreciate you. Their betrayal introduces you to opportunities you would never have seen otherwise. While they thought they were weakening you, they were actually strengthening your future. Every setback they created became a step upward. Every attack they launched became a training lesson. Every lie they spread became a spotlight on their own spiritual corruption. They never expected that harming you would harm themselves. They never expected that trying to dim your light would expose their darkness. This is why many enemies become silent after a season. At first, they are bold, loud, confident. They enjoy the drama. They enjoy the attention. But then life begins to respond. Their relationships start to crumble. Their plans stall. Their path becomes heavy. They begin to feel a discomfort they cannot escape. They start losing things they thought were guaranteed. Suddenly, they cannot find peace. Their nights are restless. Their blessings dry up. They begin to wonder, why is everything going wrong? And yet they do not connect it to you, because they never believed you were important enough to be protected by God. They never recognized your spiritual identity. The irony is that karma does not attack them because you asked for revenge. Karma attacks them because you stayed true to yourself. You remained kind. You walked away. You chose peace. You trusted God. This is what activates your protection. The chosen one is not protected because they are perfect. They are protected because they stay aligned with divine purpose. They do not contaminate their spirit with toxic retaliation. They do not seek to prove themselves to small-minded people. They do not waste energy trying to control how others perceive them. They simply walk forward. And as they walk, heaven adjusts everything behind them. Your enemies never expect this because they think worldly rules apply to you. They think you rise through manipulation. They think you win through deception. They think your blessings can be stolen or delayed through gossip, sabotage, or envy. They do not understand that when a chosen one is delayed, they are actually being prepared. When a chosen one is rejected, they are being redirected. When a chosen one is attacked, they are being promoted spiritually. Your enemies thought they were taking away your power. What they were actually doing was activating your anointing. You must realize this. Chosen ones do not need to witness karma to know it is real. You do not need to watch someone suffer to know justice has moved. Sometimes you will never see the outcome because the divine does not seek to entertain your ego. It seeks to protect your purpose. The karma may arrive in their finances, in their relationships, in their peace, in their ability to move forward. It may show up in their health, in their fear, in their reputation. It may simply take away everything they used to feel superior over you. And their downfall is not noisy. It is lonely. It is internal. It is relentless. Enemies expect revenge that looks like anger, conflict, or confrontation. But chosen one, your revenge is elevation. Your revenge is silence. Your revenge is becoming everything they said you could not become. That is the karma they never expected. They thought they were hurting a weak soul, but they were actually sharpening a warrior of God. They thought they could bury your destiny, but they did not know they were planting a seed. They thought they could laugh at your pain, but they did not realize they were mocking a storm that had not yet formed. And when God releases your season of rising, every tongue that mocked you will fall silent. Karma is not loud when it walks, but once it arrives, the chosen one never has to explain what happened. The universe does it for them. Divine training, the forge of your power. Chosen one, the world sees your strength as something mysterious, something that does not make sense. They look at the circumstances you have endured, the burdens you have carried, and they cannot understand how you are still standing. They do not realize that your power was not given to you easily. It was forged. It was carved in places nobody saw. It was born in battles that took place in your mind and soul. The chosen do not become chosen through luxury or comfort. They are shaped through pain, separation, and spiritual warfare. God trains his warriors in private, long before they step into the world as instruments of transformation. Your journey has never been simple, and there is a reason for that. Divine training begins when God interrupts your life. He removes what you thought you needed, strips away relationships that once felt permanent, and pulls you away from environments where your spirit cannot grow. You feel abandoned, but you're actually being hand-delivered to your true identity. People think your isolation is failure, but isolation is one of the highest forms of holy preparation. God does not train his chosen in crowds. He trains them in silence. He takes them to the desert, the wilderness, the place where the noise of opinions fades and only his voice can be heard. The wilderness is not punishment. It is refinement. It is where your spirit learns resilience, where your heart learns obedience, where your soul learns to hear the divine without distraction. In this sacred training ground, you encounter hardship that seems unfair. You lose friends. You lose support. You lose illusions, but you are not losing anything essential. God is removing dead leaves from your tree. He is pruning you so that you can grow in the seasons ahead. The chosen often feel misunderstood, not because they are inferior, but because they are ahead of their time. The world does not recognize a warrior when the armor is still being forged. Before the chosen reaches their calling, they are often rejected, mocked, or treated like nothing special. This is part of the training. God protects your identity by disguising it. While the world reads your temporary life chapter, heaven is writing your eternal assignment. Divine training breaks you before it builds you. You are stripped of ego, so you do not lean on the flesh. You are stripped of attachments, so you do not cling to false sources of peace. You are stripped of validation, so you do not worship the opinions of people. When a chosen one has nothing left, they discover the only thing that remains, God. And that is when their transformation begins. You learn to pray not because it is ritual, but because it is oxygen. You learn to trust not because it is easy, but because it is the only path forward. You learn to walk through darkness, not because you enjoy the pain, but because you know you are guided even when you cannot see who is leading you. You may look back on your trials and wonder why certain people hurt you so deeply. You may ask why betrayal was so personal, why abandonment felt so cruel, why certain losses shattered your heart. It is because God does not strengthen spirits with shallow lessons. He sends experiences that pierce your weaknesses so they can no longer be used against you. Divine training is surgical. It targets the places where doubt lives. It reveals the illusions you once trusted. You cannot become unshakable while your identity rests in people who can walk away. You cannot become unbreakable while your self-worth depends on admiration. God removes the foundations that others built in your heart so that he can build his own. The chosen are not given spiritual authority because they ask for it. It is earned through the price they pay in suffering. This is why your pain is different from the pain of others. While others collapse under pressure, you transform beneath it. While others are consumed by bitterness, you grow in compassion. While others break, you bend and recover. Divine training forces you to discover how much endurance you truly possess. It reveals your spiritual stamina. It shows you that you can lose everything and yet still rise with purpose. Many people cannot sustain divine power because they never experienced divine training. They chase blessings but avoid transformation. They want influence without purification. You are different. You were prepared for your calling long before you understood what that calling was. This training is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is subtle. Sometimes it looks like delays, like stagnation, like waiting. Waiting is one of the heaviest spiritual disciplines. It teaches you patience without promise, obedience without reward, persistence without reassurance. The world hates waiting, but chosen ones learn to see waiting as divine gestation. Seeds take time. Roots must grow before the branches appear. Your preparation is not wasted time. It is divine incubation. The stronger your roots, the taller your destiny will rise. This is why God hides you in seasons when everyone else seems to be advancing. He is building your foundation, not your performance. The forge of your power is also built through encounters with darkness. The chosen know what it means to be surrounded by spiritual attacks. They know what it means to wake up in anxiety, to feel crushed by invisible pressure, to fight battles no one else sees. These battles are not random. They are warnings that you are ascending spiritually. The enemy does not attack potential that is empty. It attacks potential that threatens his kingdom. When you are weak, demons ignore you. When you are strong, they gather against you. The attacks intensify when your breakthrough approaches because darkness tries to exhaust you before light arrives. You may have wondered why certain periods of your life feel unbearable, why chaos erupts without warning, why your peace seems stolen. That is the forge. The chosen learn to wrestle with shadows and emerge illuminated. Divine training teaches you sacred skills. You learn discernment, the ability to see intentions beyond words. You learn silence, the ability to observe rather than react. You learn spiritual strategy, knowing when to move and when to wait. You learn emotional discipline, refusing to let anger poison your destiny. Every lesson you survived taught you something the world could never teach. You became a thinker when others stayed impulsive. You became a healer when others stayed wounded. You became a vessel when others stayed empty. Your past struggles were classrooms, not punishments. God was teaching you how to stand alone so that when you are surrounded later, you will not lose yourself. Some of your most powerful training came from people who betrayed you. Their actions forced you to grow in ways love never could. They revealed the limits of human loyalty and the need for spiritual independence. You learned that trust must be selective, that energy must be guarded, that not everyone deserves access to your path. Betrayal is painful, but it purifies perception. It sharpens intuition. It forces expansion. You became wise not because you read books, but because you experienced life in its rawest form. Divine training turns wounds into wisdom. Your heart broke so your vision could open. The tears you cried watered the roots of your destiny. There is a secret many chosen ones eventually discover. God will sometimes send enemies disguised as friends because friends will never pressure your soul. It is the enemy that pushes you into transformation. It is the enemy that reveals your courage. It is the enemy that drives you into prayer. Without pressure, diamonds remain ordinary stones. Without fire, metal remains weak. Without storms, ships remain docked. Divine training requires opposition, and every person who tried to destroy you unknowingly shaped you. Chosen one, you are not weak because you have suffered. You are strong because you did not surrender to your suffering. You are not fragile because you cried. You are powerful because you kept moving, even with tears in your eyes. You are not behind because your life took longer. You are being prepared for something that shortcuts cannot sustain. God cannot give you destiny if your spirit collapses at the first sign of adversity. So He trains you, refines you, and strengthens you until you can carry the weight of your calling without breaking. Comment 999. If you understand that your greatest torment was actually your greatest preparation, let heaven see your awareness. Let your spirit acknowledge what your flesh once feared. You must see yourself differently now. You are being forged like iron in a furnace. Fire does not destroy iron, it purifies it. Pressure does not break gemstones, it reveals them. Darkness does not swallow stars, it makes them visible. Divine training transforms the chosen from uncertain souls into unstoppable forces. Every season of pain was a phase of progress. Every moment of confusion was a test of trust. Every heartbreak was a doorway to higher consciousness. God has not been punishing you. He has been equipping you. And when the training is complete, the very world that doubted you will witness the rise they never believed possible. How to walk with your strength without seeking revenge. Chosen one, when you finally realize the depth of your power, the first temptation the world will whisper into your ear is revenge. That voice will try to convince you that you must make others feel what they made you feel. It will tell you that you should expose them, embarrass them, strike back. But this is how the untrained spirit destroys itself. Revenge is the enemy's language. It feeds bitterness, ego, and insecurity. You were not chosen to play the same game as those who injured you. You were chosen to transcend the battlefield entirely. The most powerful beings in this world are those who can destroy someone and choose not to. This is what terrifies your enemies, not your ability to fight, but your refusal to descend. Walking with your strength does not mean pretending that the pain did not affect you. It means you no longer let that pain dictate your direction. Your enemies expected you to transform into them. They thought their darkness would pull you downward. They believed betrayal would turn you bitter, rejection would make you insecure, or humiliation would break your confidence. Instead, you grew more graceful. You embraced patience. You found clarity. You discovered prayer. The moment you refused to feed the negativity that was sent to you, you became spiritually superior to those who tried to control your narrative. They wanted to see chaos inside you. They wanted to see you lash out, explode, and destroy yourself through anger. But you chose to hold your tongue, trust divine timing, and let the universe do the accounting. The chosen one must understand a sacred truth. Silence is not weakness, it is discipline. Strength is not always visible in what you do. Sometimes it is revealed in what you refuse to do. There are times when God lets you see the full weight of the harm people have done to you, not so you can retaliate, but so you can learn restraint. When you rise above retaliation, you step into a realm where heaven fights your battles. Spiritual power is not loud, it is deliberate. It is precise. When you walk away, the energy you no longer feed becomes fuel for the divine to work on your behalf. You may feel like you are surrendering, but in truth, you are stepping back to allow cosmic balance to unfold. Forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for your destiny. Revenge chains you to the cycle of those who hurt you. It makes you equal to their cruelty. Forgiveness breaks the chain and pushes you forward. Some think forgiveness means welcoming people back into your life. It does not. Forgiveness means releasing the hold their actions once had over your mind. You do not have to reconcile to be healed. You do not have to accept disrespect to be spiritual. You simply have to stop carrying anger in your heart. The chosen do not seek to punish. They seek to protect their peace. You cannot elevate while dragging the weight of resentment behind you. Anger is a prison. The world wants you to live inside it forever. God wants you to learn to walk past it. To walk with your strength, you must align your decisions with your purpose. Ask yourself, does this reaction serve my destiny? If the answer is no, you stay still. You do not prove anything to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Your enemies are not your audience. They are your teachers. They reveal what triggers you, where you still lack emotional control, where ego still hides. Every attack is a lesson wrapped in darkness. The wise chosen one extracts the lesson and discards the poison. You must learn to detach from battles that do not belong to you. Not every insult requires a response. Not every betrayal requires retaliation. Not every wound needs a witness. Some people hurt you because they know they cannot rise above you. Their only strategy is to pull you down. When they cannot match your spirit, they try to contaminate it. When they cannot destroy your destiny, they try to distract you from it. That is why the chosen often face disrespect from people who are spiritually inferior. You cannot respond with fury because it validates their strategy. Revenge operates on the level of ego. Your calling operates on the level of purpose. When you seek revenge, you step off your divine path and enter terrain where darkness thrives. You give them access to your energy, your peace, your time. You lower yourself to compete with those who cannot compete with your destiny. You do not need to announce your growth. Your transformation will speak for itself. When people see you smiling after chaos, healing after betrayal, and elevating despite sabotage, they will understand what revenge truly looks like. Revenge is not, "I will hurt you." Revenge is, "I will heal and outgrow you." That is the language of the chosen. Your very peace is karma. Your success is correction. Your resilience is judgment. You do not need to inflict suffering. You simply need to live in truth, and life will expose those who lied about you. Walking with strength means living with intention. You choose your words wisely. You protect your energy. You understand that every reaction is a form of investment. When you pour attention into darkness, you feed it. When you redirect that attention into self-development, you starve it. The chosen do not waste opportunities on petty battles. They channel their pain into prayer, their anger into discipline, their heartbreak into purpose. Your life becomes your response. Your achievements become your answer. Your healing becomes your armor. There is a deeper reason why you should resist revenge: divine timing. When God decides to vindicate you, He does so publicly and unmistakably. Those who harmed you will witness your elevation. Those who mocked you will watch your blessings multiply. Those who despised you will have to face the reality that they were fighting someone protected. If you retaliate prematurely, you interfere with divine judgment and make yourself look like the aggressor. But when you stay calm, destiny becomes your advocate. Time reveals the truth. Seasons expose authenticity. The chosen do not rush justice. They wait. And when justice arrives, it arrives with authority. You may wonder how to hold your strength while the world tests you. The answer is simple but sacred. Anchor yourself in your calling. Your mission matters more than your emotions. You were not placed on this earth to prove you are strong. You were placed here to complete an assignment. Every moment you spend trying to hurt those who hurt you is a moment stolen from your purpose. When you invest in growth, knowledge, discipline, faith, and service, you elevate into realms your enemies never considered possible. They lose access to you because their energy cannot survive at your altitude. Understand this, chosen one. Your life itself is a spiritual weapon. You do not need to swing it wildly. You only need to use it with intention. Every obstacle you overcome sends a message to the universe. Every time you rise, you send a signal to your ancestors, to your angels, to your divine protectors. They respond. They move. They guide. The chosen one who seeks revenge walks alone. The chosen one who seeks alignment walks with heaven. Do not allow anyone to pull you back into versions of yourself you have outgrown. Do not allow anger to delay your destiny. Do not allow bitterness to stain your blessings. Your enemies will feel the consequences of what they did to you, but not by your hand. The universe will deliver it with precision. Your role is not to be the judge. Your role is to be the testament. Live, chosen one. Elevate. Move forward without fear. Your strength is undeniable. Your restraint is divine. Your victory is already written. When karma manifests through you, chosen one, There will come a moment in your life when the spiritual weight of everything you've endured begins to shift the atmosphere around you. Not because you begged for revenge, not because you wished ill on anyone, but because karma has found its vessel. When karma manifests through you, it is not loud, it is not violent, it does not announce itself with thunder. It moves through your transformation. It reveals itself in the gaps between who you used to be and who you have become. It appears when people realize that everything they did to break you only built you. The manifestation of karma through a chosen one is not punishment for your enemies. It is a demonstration of divine order. It begins quietly. The people who once spoke confidently about your limitations start to see you grow beyond them. The ones who laughed at you begin to lose the ability to understand your rise. Their certainty dissolves into confusion. They watch you walk in blessings they never believed you deserved. In their minds, the story was already written. They were going to be the successful ones, the admired ones, the envied ones. You were the lost one, the misguided one, the naive one. But chosen one, karma arrives with precision. It does not revisit the past to shame them. It reveals the truth of who you always were. It reminds them that they underestimated someone who was spiritually protected long before the conflict even began. When karma manifests through you, your elevation becomes the mirror that reflects their darkness. Your peace exposes their chaos. Your growth highlights their stagnation. The same people who mocked your humble beginnings now stare at your transformation in disbelief. They wonder how you managed to thrive after everything they did to sabotage you. They ask themselves what went wrong. They whisper their confusion to others. They do not understand that the answer is spiritual. They did not realize that the chosen cannot be defeated externally when their power comes from within. There will also be people who quietly retreat from your life when karma begins to work. They do not announce their exit. They do not confront you. They simply vanish. Not because you wronged them, but because they know deep down that they wronged you. There is a burden that settles in the soul of someone who has betrayed a chosen one. They begin to feel watched by their own conscience. They sense a discomfort that they cannot explain. They fear what they have touched. They fear what they have tried to destroy. Even if they do not believe in God, they believe in consequences. They fear the spiritual protection that now surrounds you. Karma, when working through a chosen one, often begins with separation. God pulls you away from the environments where your value is minimized. He elevates you into rooms that were never designed for your enemies. He gives you opportunities that cannot be blocked by those who once worked against you. You do not have to fight people to move beyond them. You simply grow until they cannot reach you. They may still try to harm your name, but their words no longer carry weight. Their narratives collapse under the evidence of your life. Their opinions become irrelevant as your destiny unfolds. Some will try to sabotage you again, thinking they still hold power. They will bring their old strategies, their petty insults, their manipulative tactics. They will try to pull you back into the same energy you have outgrown. But karma works in a circle. Their attempts bounce back onto themselves like arrows that miss the target. They stumble into the traps they set for you. They experience the consequences they wished upon you. It happens slowly, then suddenly, and they sit in shock because they cannot understand how everything they planned so carefully fell apart. This is when you begin to realize something profound. You no longer have to respond. You no longer need to defend yourself. You no longer need to explain. When karma manifests through you, the universe speaks for you. Your enemies become their own punishment. Their own negativity becomes the barrier that prevents them from ascending. You continue to rise, not because you are trying to prove anything, but because rising is your nature. The chosen ascend by existing. Their presence ignites reactions. Their actions reshape environments. Their blessings shift power dynamics. The greatest shock comes when your karma is not destruction, but transformation. People expect to see you angry, bitter, or vengeful. Instead, they see you confident, healed, fulfilled. They see you smiling after they tried to steal your joy. They see you winning after they prayed for your downfall. They see you calm after they tried to provoke you. This is the kind of karma they never expect. They imagined suffering. They received silence. They imagined humiliation. They received your elevation. They imagined harsh responses. They received indifference. When karma manifests through you, it is not always external. Sometimes it shows up internally, in the way you finally reclaim your power. You begin to speak more clearly. You become unapologetic about your purpose. You no longer shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You realize that forgiveness does not mean access. You realize that compassion does not require self-sacrifice. You begin to treat yourself as the vessel God intended, not as the dumping ground for people's insecurity. This new self-awareness is divine retaliation. It is the reclaiming of identity that was once suppressed by fear. Chosen one, you must understand that karma working through you is a gift, not a weapon. You are not called to destroy, you are called to reveal. Your life becomes a living testimony that truth cannot be buried, that purity cannot be corrupted, that resilience cannot be erased. Those who tried to steal from you will learn that the chosen cannot be robbed of destiny. Those who tried to break you will learn that the chosen cannot be shattered. Those who tried to silence you will learn that the chosen cannot be muted. Your existence becomes their lesson, and do not think you must witness every karmic return. Some judgments occur out of your view because they are not designed to entertain you. They are designed to instruct them. Karma does not always arrive in dramatic collapse. Sometimes it manifests as stagnation, repeated failure, loneliness, creative drought, financial struggle, or emotional emptiness. It takes away what they used to feel superior over you. It strips them of their illusions about themselves. It forces them to confront their own character without distraction. Their punishment becomes the reality they once tried to trap you in. There will be people who reach out to you years later, pretending they are just checking in. In truth, they are haunted by the memory of what they did. They want closure because karma has been whispering to them. They want forgiveness because their blessings have dried up. They want your energy because their own